And we're live! Hooray! Once again. Right, first of all, I need to make sure that's up where it should be. That's better. Let's make sure that the audio is working. Oh, for goodness sakes, hang on. Oh, and we're live. Okay. It seems the stream restarted after 30 seconds. Okay. Hello, everyone. How are we doing? Sound test. Sound test, sound test. That will have to do, annoyingly. Okay, that's fine. Let me put my tablet just next to me there. Sorry. No, let me put it on the computer because I know it'll be there. Okay then, right, let's do the Discord ping. Oh. Live now, there we go. Bean, hello, thank you very much for tuning in. How are you doing? Okay then. Doing good, yeah. I've had a very busy day so far. I've been doing a lot of filming for Street Racers Season 2. I am so excited to get it done. I'm nearly finished. I'm hoping by the time the stream ends, I might have to call it a few minutes early, maybe, because I want to try and complete filming tonight. That way I don't have to fart ass and getting any of it done tomorrow. If I have to, then so be it. But yeah, it's been really cool getting all the filming done. It's been taking a few days. Yesterday I was working, so I had to do some of it after work. I'm filming all day, literally all day. And my phone is on charge at the moment. That's the third time I've had to put it on charge. It hasn't gone from what it was at to full charge, but yeah, it's the third. Yeah, it's quite warm as well. There's so much film. It's been interesting to get back into that kick of things. Rock Band Hyena, my main man Josh. Hello, good to see you. We have been chatting a moment ago, so I know how you're doing. Good to see you come along, though. Thank you very much. We'll give it a few moments, wait for some more people to tune in. How does everyone think about this, by the way? So I decided to give my facial hair a trim. I might have to tidy up these, you see along here. I might have to give it a bit of a tidy up. I thought I would sever the connections from mustache to cheek. I don't know, I think it looks a bit tidier. It's a bit, you can see along there, it's not quite as pronounced. That side looks a bit better. This side, I need to get the sort of a bit there, a bit more trimmed back maybe. You can definitely see the thicker parts along there. Yeah. I don't know. I think it's nicer. It feels lighter. It's good. It hasn't been itching as much, which is another good thing because there was a time where, well, for every guy, if you decide to grow your facial hair out, you need to go through the itchy phase before it gets a bit bushier. So yeah, I'm liking it. It is rather good. Oh, I'm never gonna get used to that. How's that looking? Just using it as a quick mirror. 1 second. There we go. Right. Let's do that one there. Here we go. Looking lovely. Thank you, Bean. I do look good. Feeling good. Well, I say I'm feeling good. My back is ruined because I'm sat on the floor cross-legged as I've been doing all my filming. And yeah, doing that all day today has been it's been a thing. It's definitely been a thing. Let's say that much. So yeah. So you will have seen in the title of this live stream that I have a huge announcement. I think it's quite big. It is. Some people might not see this as massive, but for me, this is a big step. and there was a lot of discussion with myself to do this. It is something I feel I do want to do. I think we should give it another moment or so to see how many more people come along. We'll give another 2 minutes. If this is all the viewership we get for now, then we will carry on. But yes, we are getting there. Oh yeah, just before we go into that, went to the Lego store yesterday. Here's a quick story before we go into it. So it was double points yesterday from Lego. Tuesday was the first day of double points. I go in, and in my last live stream, I showed you all the Lego sets that I bought. I went to... Oh, pardon me. Duck, hello. Hello, I can't watch now, but I'll be back for the VOD. Okie doke, thank you very much, Duck. Thank you for coming in and saying hello, though. It's good to see you. Oh, my eye. So yes, where yeah, last week was double points with Lego. I showed off in the live stream that I have bought a load of sets. And I come to find out I didn't scan my insider's card. So with how much I spent, I will have gained just over 5,000 points, which is equivalent to about £30. Like 5,100, I want to say 36. I don't know, it was a lot of points. Justice the Inventor, hello, thank you very much for tuning in. How are you doing? Good to see you. Thanks for coming along. So yes, I find out that I didn't get my points scanned. So I come in next day. I say to the store manager, could you put a thing in place to say try to get the points? He contacts the loyalty point team, and apparently on Friday they received the email looking into it. It's now it's been a week later since the initial email was sent. I still don't have my points yet. So let me double check that now, because I really hope it just spontaneously arrives into the account, because that would be good. Ah, yeah, oh, it has. Oh, thank God. Oh, what a story. Oh, going through all of that, and it... It has gone in the account. Yes, 5,000 points back. Oh, thank... Oh, yeah. I can get rid of that email. The email's done. I can get rid of the receipt, because I kept the receipt from the track session. That was one hell of a reaction. Oh my goodness. Okay, so yeah, we're Woo, we can breathe. Oh, good, very good. So yeah, I didn't get my points back then, but I have them now. I officially, because I woke up this morning and checked the account, still wasn't in. I checked it just now, and yeah, that's a lot of... I have 10,912 VIP points, or insider points. That's like 60 quid, apparently, something like that. I don't quite get the VIP points system. I will happily say here and now that I've got that many points. That's the most I've had at once. Actually, no, that's the second most, because I had a hell of a lot when it came to buying the awful giant Hogwarts Express sets. Ah, yes. Right. Went to the Lego store yesterday, just before we get into the good news. Went to the Lego store yesterday. I grabbed a Pick-a-Brick box. There was a play pit with some space sets, and they had, inside that box, 3 of these, which is very good for Speed Champions cars, and the purple windshield piece. So I was able to take one of these and add it to my Pick-a-Brick box, which was very cool of them to do that. So yeah, that's going to go on a car in the future. No idea which one. I say that... Oh, come here. There we go. No. Oh, that's where that piece went. Okay. Like that. So, I still have the car carrier lorry set, which had this car with it. Let me hold it. There we go. Lovely. Oh, that was a spoiler. Okay. I thought it was from the trailer. There we go. So, yes. Lovely looking car, this. Nice pinstripe stickers. I wonder if I can remake it to have this on there. I'll look into it. I can feel a sneeze coming as well. I feel my nose getting all tingly. Oh, pardon me, you have to forgive all of the sniffling. So, we have a good crowd here. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to get into the exciting news. This is the big update. You will have seen this in the description of the live stream. I just realized that was there. But I am going to, let me update the title. There we go. I'm going to update the title if you want to give the stream a refresh. But I am excited to declare that I have launched a Patreon page. Hooray! Oh, that is actually a really big step, because to have a Patreon page is an interesting thing for a creator to do. So I've been thinking to myself back and forth for... This is one of those things where it's been a while, and I mean a long while. Paige with the golf claps. Thank you very much for tuning in, though, Paige. Good to see you. How are you doing? But yes, I thought if I want to be able to continue making all these models, I can still do so, but it's at a much slower rate. There are things continuing on with my life that prioritize my funds. So whilst I can still enjoy this hobby, I want to see if I can get a Patreon page to work. Now, I am not expecting anything from this. Patreon, I feel like it's something that can be very hit or miss. A few months ago, I activated memberships for my channel, but that was for the sake of just activating it. Nothing has happened with memberships on the YouTube channel because, well, it's to be expected. But I have done Patreon once before. 3.5 years ago, I launched a Patreon page, and my channel was sitting at about 2,000 subscribers at the time. You got a few people signed up, which was actually really exciting, but I thought to myself, this isn't working. I don't have a big enough channel. This isn't going to go anywhere. So after a few months, I declared it closed. Here we are 3 years later, and I have decided to give Patreon another go. So you will find a link to it in the description of this live stream. I'm going to launch a post on my YouTube community tab now, and I'm also going to make another ping in the Discord server. So you are going to get 2 pings back to back. I do apologize by that. Apologize for that, rather. I swear I can speak English. There we go. Why is the link not working in there? Oh, for God's sake. What an anticlimactic launch. But it is there. Oh, no, the link isn't working. Why is the link not working? Oh, bugger. View as paid member. Let me try it this way around. Oh, this is not what I want. Oh, that link's working. Okay. Aha! Okay, that link works. Edit. Copy, paste. Check, check, check. Sorry for the double ping, by the way. There we go. Okay, then. That has gone live officially. Whew! That was definitely a thing. Okay, let's get rid of those 2. There we go. Hello, Arcade. Thank you very much for tuning in. How are you doing? Is the big announcement related to urinating on the moon? Sadly not, but I can tell you it's even better. I have launched a Patreon page. That is the big announcement. Yes. Justice says, this is exciting. Thank you very much. I'm glad somebody does recognize that this is a big step. I'm sure many people will also see that. Many people don't really care for Patreon, but this is the thing I actually need to bring up, because Patreon is something where you are donating a small amount of money per month. Nobody is obligated to join. So if I go 6 months down the line and nobody has joined Patreon, that will be a bit sad, but at the same time, that is perfectly okay. because it's the sort of thing where if you want to support me a little further, that option is there. But again, nobody has to. If you want to continue watching the channel the same as always, you are absolutely permitted to do so. I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, it's okay to continue on knowing that I've launched the page, and I mean, it's a choice. That's the power of choice, and it's amazing. Beat me to it, RK. Yes. Paige says, I too struggle with Patreon. I never made it past the payout threshold in its 3+ years of operation. Oh, okay. There was a payout threshold? I don't remember one last time when I did it. Oh. Right. Please excuse me one moment. I have a runny nose. I've been taking part in some garden work today, and hay fever has not been a thing for me today, but all of a sudden, as I got ready for the live stream, my nose is now... Oh, hey, there we go. Yeah, mate, that's my... Nobody wants to see me wipe my nose. Well, without falling off the bloody chair. Felt my balance shift for a second. Ugh. Do apologize for that. Oh, sorry. Yeah, minging, I know. There is a threshold. Let me double check. Using a chainsaw. You say that. When I was doing the garden work earlier today, my dad was using a chainsaw. It was the coolest thing I've ever seen him do in a long time. I never knew we even had a chainsaw, but we now have a chainsaw. Okay. Right. So when it comes to payouts, let me double check this. So. Also withdraw is off. Keep off. So what is the pay threshold? Let me quickly find out. Payment threshold. $1 minimum. So even if I have one member, I should be able to collect that at the end of the month. That's what that says according to research. Okay, that's okay. Clap, clap. Oh yeah, that's how I cheer. If you don't know, that's what that was. Oh yeah, the little heart things on the side. Yeah, I'm doing loads of these. Nice little thing, that. So yes, to anybody who is just joining the live stream, hello and welcome. The big announcement has been updated on the title of this live stream. I have launched a Patreon page. It is a big step for me. It is very exciting, and I am very curious to see how well it does as we go forward. So that is the major thing for the live stream. I honestly don't have anything to show you. What can I show? Actually, did I show this? Yes, I did. Oh, I showed it off last time. Yeah, the racing lorry I showed off last time. I did that. Did I show off the monster trucks? Ooh. All right. Quick poll in the chat. If I said to you, I have made some monster trucks, would you know what I mean? I have made some monster trucks, and I cannot remember if I've shown these off in a live stream before. I don't think I've made a post about them on Instagram. I don't think I've posted on Instagram about these. I don't think I've shown them anywhere else either. Got some lights. I don't think I've posted anything about monster trucks. That's something new I can show you. That's the old stuff. Yeah, that's... Oh, I have. Oh, I've shown the monster trucks. 10th of March, according to Instagram. Should I show them off again? Yeah, I'm gonna show them off again. Okay, technically I have shown you, but yeah, solve this. I'm gonna let me go and get them because this is very good. Okay then, let me make sure I'm not stepping on anything. Well, I do have some Lucas egg left. So I'll finish it. Right, I've got 5. How do I want to do this? Let me chicken down here. It is going to be too dark for me to continue filming tonight. Bollocks. That's all right. Right. But I can still make preparations for filming tomorrow. Very nice. Ooh, again, I'm really falling over. I swear to God, I know what I'm doing sometimes. Ooh, here we go. Right. They are all bubble wrapped. So it will take me a moment to undo all these. But, ladies and gentlemen, with the Street Racer series that I'm currently filming, some of the profiles, the character profiles, that you will see will be these monster trucks. In fact, they are the ones to finish off the series before the epilogue and the endings. So let me take off all the bubble wrap. It just makes it a lot easier as we go through this. That bubble wrap said Gordon Boiler on it. That model is long gone. Long gone silver. There we go. That's a PG way of saying that, right? There's 2. Ooh, the wing's falling off. It's a bit dusty as well. Oh, my brush isn't over here. No, I can't be asked to get it. There's 2 wings. Very good. This puts these models, these mocks, put the monster in Monster Truck. Kind of. So, a bit of context to these mocks. At the start of the year, on New Year's, LEGO released loads of new sets. In the City line, they released a Monster Truck set. It looked awesome. And I knew that I wanted to make something with these monster trucks. I know I wanted to make at least one. And, well, it would be cool if I could make a few more, because I had a few ideas, some color schemes I wanted to try. And eventually I bought 5 of them. So I bought one to play with. I bought a second one to try things out. I had ideas for some more. So I decided to get 3 more so I can have a full rack of 5 monster trucks. Or Mockster trucks, because they are custom after all. And they came together in March, because I remember buying them and they were sat to a side for about 2.5 months. Because obviously the Instagram post I mentioned earlier was posted March 10th. I remember them, again, just being sat aside for a while, thinking, I know I don't want to do these, but I've got other things I want to make first. So, they're so cool, aren't they? Monster trucks are actually awesome. Okay, says, you need to make a storage series with the Speed Racers. I have made a series. It was Street Racer character profiles. The series went live, season 1. So this is season 1 that went out throughout all of October last year. Season 2, which I'm currently filming, I'll be editing this and filming the last few bits in the coming days. All of that will go out next month. Throughout the entirety of July, Street Racers Season 2 is going out. If you haven't seen the first series, I will make a post relating to it in the coming days as we get closer to the launch of Season 2. I meant like a stop motion animation series. That would be cool to do, but I don't have the facilities to be able to do that in this room. God, no. That's why the Street Racer series I've done is done in that way, because it's much simpler. It's something I can actually do. It is a shame, but I would love to make a stop motion animation. Yeah, oh yeah. Updates, I cannot verify. There's a threshold on Patreon. I will not eat my own words. Oh, fair enough. I mean, it has been 3 years since, so maybe they got rid of that. Again, when I first did it 3 years ago, I don't remember that being a thing, but that's just me. Right, we have all 5 monstering of the trucks. Don't fall off my leg. Let me turn it on its side just in case. I have such a bad history of having models roll off my leg or my chair or my bed into the void and breaking. So we have all 5 monster trucks here ready to go. Let's have a look at them all, shall we? Starting off with this one. Yeah. Is it going to work if I do that? Not really. I mean, this is white, and with the shine on the white bricks, it's not exactly the best thing to start with. But yes, you can see that this has a jaw. All 5 of my monster trucks have little jaws on them, a little bit of a face, and that was kind of the idea I wanted to do as to why I ended up getting 5. So yes, this has white bricks all over with some black and some gold wheels, because I thought the white and gold looked nice together. All 5 of the drivers have different variants of prisoner minifig costumes. Suits? Yeah, they're prison minifigures, basically. And I feel like that works quite nicely, because they are described in the series as not good people, shall we say. And what vicious people to drive vicious monster trucks. I feel like it works. RK saying, what the hell is that? I mean, this is only one. This is definitely one of the weaker monster trucks I've made. Of the 5, this is definitely down there as like second or first worst one. But I think this was the last one I made. I think that's why the creative juices were kind of run dry for these. So that's one of them. I think this is going to be in the top 3 for some people. Look at this one. Look at the jaw. Look at that massive jaw. Look at the jaw on that one. Oh yes. Using the flame pieces from the actual monster truck set on the side there. Actual flames on the back coming out of the exhaust. Using a crusher sticker piece from a monster truck set that I bought off of Facebook Marketplace. This uses grey wheels. I think the blue, black, and grey here works quite nicely. That is a massive jaw. That's so cool. Yeah, I feel this is definitely up there as one of the better ones. In terms of, again, I've never really made monster trucks before this. The set was absolutely the base in order to make this, because if we look underneath, of all 5 monster trucks, this sort of base arrangement here is the same. I built up the sets, took apart what I didn't want, and just carried on from there. So all 5 of them have the same tires, the same bracket pieces, and the axle rods going through like this. So yeah, that is how these were kind of put together. Again, first time making monster trucks, but I think these were pretty good for a starting point. So that's number 2. Let's catch up with chat. A racing competition with convicts. Isn't that the plot of a movie of us from the 70s or 80s? Now that you say it, I actually think there was what's it called? Death Race. I feel like that's the film. The light on my microphone just blinked. Don't touch it because it will get worse. Okay. Can you still hear me? Just a quick sound test. Are we still here? Hello? We'll just wait for people to confirm. Are we still good? Hello? Yep. Okay, good. Nathan's Railway, hello. Thank you very much for tuning in. How are you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for the confirmation, folks. Again, my microphone is old, and well, all the tech I'm using is old, and it's a bit of a shame. But what are you gonna do? Oh, okay then. Monster truck number 3. Either this one or the white one was the last one to be built, but this definitely came together really well. The orange and the purple. Oh, I think that works. I think that works. Look at that jaw. Look at how minging that jaw looks. So I was given there is a Technic monster truck set based on, it's like Monster Jam, Hot Wheels Monster Jam, something like that. It's a green one. Had 2 long red pieces coming out and had a bunch of these spike pieces going along the spine. So hang on. Go away, adverts. Okay, we should be back. Okay. So yes, I was given a monster truck set as a gift from some lugmates. It's still built up. I think it's back there somewhere, behind boxes and such. Either that or it's under the bed. No, it won't be under the bed. It'll be back there if anywhere. But yeah, I had these teeth pieces in a, was it tan? Yeah, that's just in tan. So I pinched them because I ran out of white teeth pieces, and when I made my brickling quarters, I didn't make enough. Put them onto this, and that's the jaw. It's a very, like an overbite sort of jaw. This reminds me, I don't know about anybody else, but this is so weird, and nobody's probably going to make this connection. But this jaw in particular, just because of the teeth, it reminds me of one of the bosses from Resident Evil 8 Village. It's the, I can't remember the name, but it's one of the, again, bosses, one of the 4 boss characters. The one that turns into a like a swamp fish, the really gross one. Anyone else, or is it just me? Yeah, it is a little bit minging. But at the same time, orange wheels, really, I mean, if can I, hang on, I need to figure out how to line, okay, there we go. So yes, you can see the rear wheels are much lower, so if it was going to go flat, it would be like this. It's angled on purpose. The wings, the wing pieces come from the Bowser muscle car set that came out in March. At the start of the year or March? I don't know. It's a miracle I know which boss you're talking about. Yes, someone gets it. What's the character? Hang on, I want to check the name. Resident Evil 8 bosses. The baby, oh good lord. Nope, that doesn't help. Is there? Oh yeah. I need a picture. The Trask, the baby. Salvatore Moreau. That's the one. The Mingin Swamp one. With all the bubbly boils and chins. And the really thin, greasy looking hair. That's the one. Yes, so that is, but you know what that means? Fish. Fishy boy. But yes, again, this mouth just reminds me of him. I don't know. I've never actually played Resident Evil 8. There's so many games I wish I could play, but I don't have the luxury of just forking out loads of money for all these games that I'm never going to touch after playing it once. But yes, the wings are from the Bowser the Bowser muscle car set. That's what it's called. Massive engine, because why not? And this frowny face is from a Lego City set from the mid-2010s, which is called a monster truck, but it's a 4-wide model, and it's absolutely tiny. It's pathetic. To call it a monster truck is a joke, but it came with this piece, and I thought, you know what? Let's use it, make some purple. Yeah, I like this one. Of all the jaws on all the 5 monster trucks, that was my favorite. I'm so happy with that one. Yeah, so this was the second one that I made, and I had a particular idea in mind because I found 2 red tooth pieces, and there was a piece I found on a brickling quarter. Oh, pardon me. Right, let me start that again. So this monster truck was the second one that I made. You can see it has 2 red tooth pieces acting as fangs, and there is a sticker along the jaw which says Big Snake, and that kind of influenced this coming together. Loads of red pieces, which is absolutely lovely. I had some red wings left over from the castle mock that I built as part of last year's and Gertlug collaboration. Shout out to Gertlug, we are the absolute best. I discovered the 1x3 rounded end plate fits perfectly in these mud guards. It's a perfect fit. So I was able to put this little thing together on a hinge so I can have these exhaust pipes aiming downwards above the rear wheels. Looks awesome. And this engine block is inspired by a firefighter style livery inspired monster truck mock that I found on Flickr. I nearly said Bricklink. I found it on Flickr. It was really cool. And it's a simple sort of design, just a few pipe pieces with some flames and the engine block there, but it's a really cool looking design. And of course, the guy inside, as you can see there, is wearing a red suit version of the prisoner outfit. I've been doing a lot of talking today as part of all the filming for the upcoming Street Racer series. I've had to do all the visual audio to actually talk out the profiles. Yeah, lots of takes, lots of work. Lots of work. Oh yeah. But yeah, I think this is actually quite nifty. It's not quite refined. It's one of the ones where there's probably a few things I could have done to this to make it even better. But, it's probably as good as I could make it. Yeah, I think this is still really cool, though. So, that is 4 of 5. The last monster truck I'm going to show you was the first of the 5 to be built. And this had a few particular ideas, which is what got this going in the first place. So there was another set that was released on New Year's, which was a burger van in the city line. And it had a 2x6 tile with a flame print on it. And I thought, yeah, I need to make something with that. I was going to make a hot rod, but that didn't quite work. I was going to make it for something else. And eventually, I made this. Oh, yeah, this was the first monster truck. Look at that awful jaw. It's so square on the sides. Look at all those teeth. I made a brickling quarter where I found these 2 eyepieces from the... Was it from a brickling quarter? I don't know, actually. I'm not actually... Because it's either from a brickling quarter or I had these for when I bought a Dreams set at the start of the year. There's a piece missing off the top there. I'll get that later. But yes, the flame pieces are above where the engine sits. And I think that's a very nice visual. Look at that. That's a V12 monster engine with flames spitting out above it. Ah, wicked. The teeth, I feel like they had to be black in order to match the idea of this model. The jaw is a bit weird, so to say. But overall, the shape is actually quite nice. And one thing in particular with this model, you can see there, the back where you can see that hinge piece. So here, the exhaust pipes are on an angle. And I'm using a cheese wedge to make that flat, but it makes connection with the plate it's going to sit on. So yeah, I think that is rather cool. I don't know which one's my favorite. I mean, the more I look at this, the more turned off I am from it. I still love what I did with the engine block. I think that's the best thing about this. Something with the Crusher and the purple and orange one, I feel like those 2 are kind of tying for first, because again, the jaw on the purple and orange one is my favorite of the 5. But the overall construction of the blue and gray Crusher one, they're really good. But the thing is, I can't switch the jaws over to make them work because I've seen them for so long with those models. They have to stay where they are. Oh, the piece just came off. Oh, there we go. So yeah, let me grab. Hang on. Hang on. I've done this. Can you come off this side? No. There's a piece that came off the monster truck I just showed you. It's like a hood ornament sort of piece. Speaking of teeth, it was a golden tooth piece. Yeah. Which? Oh, that one. Where is it? Oh, sod. If I can't find it, then oh well. That means I don't have to worry about it anymore. I mean, one piece going missing isn't exactly the end of the earth. I mean, there's pieces down here that I'm 100% certain. I'm pretty sure there are pieces down here which I'm never getting back. Oh, there we go. Right. Lucasade, we do actually have some, so I'm going to drink some. Finish off the bottle. Oh, lovely. So, those are the 5 monster trucks that I have built. They will be the last 5 on the Profile Street Racer series coming out in July. It is very exciting. We need to make sure everyone's okay with the double ping. Well, I don't think anyone is okay with it, but it's definitely happened. Let's go through. Go on. Here we go. How are we all doing, folks? Are we enjoying the stream so far? No? The fly around here. Great. I have an electric tennis racket. I need to get that plugged in and charged up. Because I've seen loads of flies and it's not bees, it's not moths. I think it's just a bunch of flies. They're really starting to piss me off. So I'm gonna have to get that thing charged up and use it. Oh, there it is now. Oh, I got tissue here. Let me try and capture it. If I see it on the screen next, let me try and get that fly. Do we have any questions from the audience? May as well do a little bit of a Q&A right now. Why not? Plenty of noise. It's been so... What temperature? It's 18 degrees at the moment. It started off a little bit cloudy, but by the time we got to 9 o'clock this morning, heat wave arrived. Well, it wasn't a heat wave, but it was good old, aggravatingly hot British heat. Hated it. And again, it wasn't too bad when it came to doing the garden work because I was kind of in the shade, but I wasn't sweaty enough to warrant a shower. You know those when you do manual labor and you get really into hard work and you have to do a second shower. Yeah, didn't quite reach that today. I suppose thankfully as well. Double shower. That's not a good day. Is UK heat a humid heat or a dry heat? It's kind of a mix of both, to be honest. Because UK, well, sometimes it's dry heat, but I feel like more often it's humid heat because you do really sweat when you get stuck in UK heat. But the thing is, let's say it's 30 degrees Celsius. If you go to Florida, 30 degrees Celsius, perfectly handleable. Handleable. You can handle 30 degrees Celsius anywhere around the world without an issue. That's what I'm trying to say. If you come to England and it's 30 degrees Celsius, you are going to melt into the road. The road will melt with you and it will be a horrible time. The UK rarely gets this kind of heat. We are just gone halfway through June, so we have July and August to really prepare for. It's more so mentally preparing because, again, well, I said in the past, at least in my experience with what I can remember, the past few years, we get all of the heat in June. June tends to be the month where we get the heat wave. July is kind of hit and miss, and August, it very noticeably starts to cool down because when we go into September, that's all gone. And we will get the heat back in another 9 months when it becomes May, June, July again. Yeah, it's annoying because the reason why we complain about it so much is because we're just never prepared for it. We very rarely get it. We'll get sunshine, but it won't be warm outside. This is a term I coined called deceiving heat, where I'm ready to go to work. It's sunny outside, but I know I need to get my fleece because yes, it's sunny, but it's still bloody cold. It's not good. It is not good. Thank you so much to everyone who has liked the stream. I hope everyone is doing okay. To anyone who has just tuned in, the big announcement that I was talking about in the lead up for this stream was I have started a Patreon page. So those of you who don't know what Patreon is, it is a way to be able to support creators and craftsmen and other talented people by donating a small amount of money per month. It is something that I've done before. I've explained it more in detail elsewhere on the channel. I will make a short. I don't think I'll make a full video. I think I will do a YouTube short to declare the news as well, because more people will see the short than they will a proper video. So I will work on making that a thing. I suppose that means I can get rid of that extra picture I made. Yeah, let me get rid of that. I'll need to modify that as well. Yeah. Okay, so if anyone has any questions about the Patreon, by the way, feel free to ask, because this is a big thing, of course. If you want to join, there is a link in the description of this live stream, and every video going forward will be updated to have the page linked in the description. I'm going to remove the YouTube members link going forward and replace it with the Patreon one, because YouTube members just isn't working. Again, this is the sort of thing I never expected. It was turned on for the sake of turning it on. Nothing was going to happen. Since the English heats can be worse than that, then I do feel sorry for you. Yeah, it's really bad. I don't know if England, as well as the UK as a whole, is positioned in just such a place on the world map where heat waves can hit it really badly. It's again, it's really weird because so many people don't understand. Oh yeah, British people complain about sun. It's typical, but you don't know what it's like until you experience it. Again, when I described you can handle 30-degree heat in Florida and other places around the world perfectly fine. One of my co-workers went to Florida for a trip a couple of months ago. It was the same temperature as it was. Well, it's not the same temperature because it's less than 20. It was about, again, 28, 30-ish over there when she went, but she was okay with it. It was, what was it she said? 30 degrees there was 22 here, something along those lines. But people don't understand why people in Britain complain about the heat until they experience it themselves. Yeah, so next time you venture here into the UK for a holiday, wait for summer to come and go. You don't want to deal with the heat. You really don't. Neil Rustling, hello. Thank you very much for tuning in. Have you ever built a class 37, 47, or a Deltic? No, no, and no. I was planning on building a Deltic a few years ago because it's a good looking diesel. And I was going to do it in Octane colors because, of course, I would. So, yeah, I mean, diesels were never really a thing I got into. The BR10100 has been scrapped. When I did a test run in the lead up to Brick Express, the test run failed. Now, I was thinking about modifying it, either changing up the motor system or just seeing if I could do something to make it better. But I didn't really have the time to be able to fart ass with the engine itself. And because it was so out of scale anyways, I thought I may as well just scrap it because I can do with having the parts back, and that's one less thing to have to worry about. So sadly, that diesel is gone. 37, 47, and Deltic, I don't see myself building any of them, but a 37 and a 55, which is the Deltic, some LUKR club members have made some, and they look so good. They look so good. Former podcast guest Ed the Shed has made a 37. It looks so good, it really does. And fellow LUKR club member and the owner of Brecklin Bricks, who is also a club member, has made the prototype Deltic. That looks wicked because it's got all the lining for it too. What was it? It's not stickers. It's like a vinyl print, I think, something like that. I can't remember. But god damn, it looks good. Oh yes. Class 47. Let me BR class 47, which is one that I do not recognize. Now I do recognize, yes. Still not one I've made though. Oh, that one looks good. Some yellow along the top, yellow on the cab, and then Union Jack on the side. Oh, that's a cool livery. Yeah, there's that blue stripe going across the cab windows. Oh, still not going to make one. I remember when I was going to make Boko. So it was January last year, when I made all those Thomas characters in the span of 2 weeks, I made Daisy, but I was going to initially make Boko instead. Sadly, things didn't quite work out in the way I wanted when it came to building Boko, so I decided to go for Daisy instead. One thing didn't work, another thing seemed appealing, so I decided to, that's how Daisy came to be. I've got this long hair. Give me 1 second. These long hairs are bugging me. There we go. Shaving live on stream. There we go, that's better. I don't want to feel any... Oh, there's some more... Sorry, I'm not going to do... I'm not going to trim my hair live on stream. We don't need to see that. But yeah, I don't like the feeling of the long hair anymore. This feels much nicer. There were other engines I was thinking about building too, because I remember going back through my list. The Caledonian, was it the 321? The Caledonian single wheeler, basically. I still want to try and make that at some point in the future because that is a gorgeous looking engine. At the same time, I want to give my model of Emily an overhaul because when it came to Brick Express and Emily had some runs on the layout, there was an issue I discovered with her drive rod system. So the cylinders here, well, let me do it this way because I can see it. So cylinders here, you got the wheel here, and it uses a universal joint. So the axle rod can keep going through the cylinder whilst this is continuing the motion from the wheel without an issue. But by the time it got to this point, instead of pushing the rod forwards, it would nudge it downwards a bit, and that would jam. There would be times where it would come out of it was mainly when it was coming out of the corner. I think so. Not to say that it was an issue when it was going around the curves itself, but it was more so when it was on a straight, it would kind of fix itself and carry on. But yeah, it's. I feel like that needs to be changed over now. I don't exactly know what I'm going to do. I'll figure that out when I actually get the model out to do the overhaul. But I don't know when I'm going to do. The thing is, so I've been thinking about some more models I want to scrap as well. There are some models that I think I just don't really care for having anymore. My railway is going to be whittled down even further because there are things I want to make, things I want to overhaul, and there are things that are not worth keeping anymore. When it comes to remaking my new layouts, I want to make sure I make that properly. Chances are I will be building it in this space. I don't know when I'm going to be moving out, but I don't. Well, it's not saying I don't see the appeal. I'm seeing less and less appeal in building it here. The bulk order of parts I want to use for this layout, the progress has been made with that. So it's a good thing to see that we are actually getting closer to seeing this layout. I don't know. I know I want to make it, but it's not as much of a priority as it once was. Because with the Lego hobby, I have been enjoying making other things. With all the car stuff I've made, again, the Street Racer series that I've been filming, I've had so much fun with that. Let me go to my to build list 1 second because where is it? There we go. Because there are more things I want to make. So I've got the City Tour Bus set, which I need to modify. I need to do some reviews as well, which is going to be interesting. Oh yeah, I said I also got a note here that says when I scrap those train models, I'm going to do a special live stream for that, which I will do. So stick around for that. I've got some vlogs for the next 2 shows I'm doing lined up, of course. So I'm going to make some spaceships. I want to make a couple of spaceships. I feel like space is something that everyone in the Lego hobby inevitably makes something for. My tongue has been very unhappy with me today because, again, I've done so much talking. I really need a rest. Currently outside, that should be gone by now. So yes, spaceships. There's 2 I know I want to make. I want to make a tiny little flying saucer style of ship because I have somewhere some alien minifigures that I was able to find off Bricklink. And I also want to make not a fighter ship, but like a 2-person adventure spaceship using the classic hero CMF figures. I got ideas in mind, so that's gonna be pretty cool. I need to make my Funfair slide. I'm getting tired. That is to go with my Balloon Festival mock to go with the giant collaboration. I might try and get that done before the next events. Concord is next month tomorrow. What is it? It's on a Saturday. So Saturday the 20th of July is my next Lego show, which is at the Concord Museum in Bristol, which is a massive venue. I'm so looking forward to it. I'm bringing all the car stuff. I got the garages. I originally wanted to bring the race cars, but I thought, you know what, the garages, gotta bring those. It's gonna be so good. I cannot wait. Tables are massive for that show as well. But I think the Balloon Festival collaboration is coming to Concord, so I might try and free up some space and some time to make that Funfair slide. Oh my god. Oh great, there's a bloody helicopter outside. Apologies for the buzzing. The window is open, but I am melting in here. It's there were loads of aeroplanes flying over as well when I was trying to do some audio recording too. It's actually really frustrating to have to stop and pause the recording for a few minutes just to let an airplane fly past. This will go in just a moment. I do apologize. Paige says, keep both Patreon and YouTube membership open to be safe. Yes, I will be doing that. Salvaging your Lego mocks for parts should be fine as long as you keep a record of how to rebuild them. The thing is, I don't care for rebuilding them. If I wanted to rebuild them, I would keep the model and save it for an overhaul. If I don't care to overhaul them, or if I think I'm ever going to want them back in the future, well, if I think I'm going to want them back in the future, then they won't be scrapped. But at this point, these are models I just don't care for having anymore, so they are going to get scrapped. There's no need to make any notes or remind myself on how to rebuild them. It's also a good thing because if I do want to rebuild them, I can make them even better. My skills have developed, and I can add more greebling and such to these models if I decide I want to bring them back. I want to make some more full-size Lego models as well. So because I've been playing a lot of the Fallouts, Fallout 4, inspiration from the Fallout show is still with me. Oh, pardon me. I do want to make one of the weapons from Fallouts. Oh, pardon me again. And I've been thinking about what I want to make, because I want to make a rifle, something big to have in your hands, but nothing that looks realistic, because I want to be able to take it to shows and not piss off the lug because I'm bringing a realistic looking weapon, you know? I mean, it's still made out of Lego, but the point still stands. So I thought, okay, what could I make? I can't make any melee weapons because that's a bit too much. I mean, swords is one thing, but making a machete or like a knife, or even a sacrificial blade, is cool, but, you know, just not quite. And I thought, okay, what about rifles? None of the realistic looking ones because that's boring. How about one of the energy weapons? Okay, so there is a guy on YouTube called, oh god, I can't remember. I want to say Zatsy Zombies, because I remember his channel from forever ago when he, obviously it's a play on Nazi Zombies, which is the ever loved Call of Duty World at War game mode, and I want to play World at War now. Oh my god. Could you imagine playing World at War today? The controls are heinous. Oh, there's that fly. Let me try and get the fuck here. Come on. Oh, I can't. I've lost it. Damn it. But yes, he made his channel. That's his name, and he has made a Lego full-size laser rifle. I thought that's pretty cool, but I thought to myself, he's kind of already made one. There's no need for me to make one. I mean, I could definitely make my own one, but yeah, maybe not. Besides, if I'm going to play Fallout, I would much rather plasma over laser. So I thought to myself, okay, let's try and do a plasma rifle. Do I do one from Fallout 3 or do I do one from Fallout 4? I'm leaning more towards Fallout 4 because it does look pretty cool, but I'm on the fence. I was thinking about doing the Alien Blaster as well because it's the Alien Blaster. It looks really cool. I thought, I don't really know what color I was going to use. Do I use like dark blue? Do I use dark gray? Do I have enough dark red pieces to make it? I want to be able to try and make it knowing I have enough parts, which is the really tricky thing. So then I landed on the Tesla rifle. I think the Tesla rifle will be perfect because I could probably work out a power functions mechanism to get some motorization going for the, I don't know, like the inner Tesla coil doohickey to actually make it fire. It's painted in yellow. I can use loads of yellow bricks to be able to make the hull. It's possible. It is absolutely possible. One thing I really wanted growing up, back in the days when I did prop making, I really wanted to make myself a Wunderwaffe DG2. In Fallout 4, you can technically modify the Tesla rifle so it has a Wunderwaffe kind of effect where it shoots lightning bolts and it goes from target to target. And I might I don't know. I need to go back into the game, get the Tesla rifle, modify it where I need to, and I just start and build and modify it to be a stylized version that I'm happy with, one that I can build, one that I know will be recognizable. I want to make one with a stock. That much I do. I might keep the base of it the same, but I want to be able to have it in my shoulder. I don't know. I'll have to think on it when I get closer to that. But yeah, that is a few things I want to make. The Fun Fair slide is something I need to get on with pretty soon. I was hoping to get that done for Brick Express. Sadly, that didn't work. Obviously, I got the tour bus mock I really want to show you because I need to get on with that because the idea I got is so cool. Everybody loves spaceships. Going to make some spaceships. I'm also going to be making a new series of cars with the Street Racer series nearly filmed. Season 3 is going to be based on race cars. Season 4 is going to be Mad Max themed. Some apocalyptic Mad World style cars. It's going to be interesting to see what I do with that, but we'll figure it out when we get there. It might only be 4 cars. That's the thing. I've got plenty of minifigures with the sort of apocalypse sort of feel to them, armor pieces and special prints and such. So if I can make 1 car per minifigure, I think I'll be all right. So that is pretty much everything. The Triton Brick Railway Giants are going to get overhauled as well, because having looked back at them, they are missing quite a bit of detail, it must be said. I don't know how many more. Again, Emily's going to get an overhaul. I don't think I'm going to overhaul any of the models. My model of Spencer, I still love. I think that's okay. Yeah, that's pretty much everything I have at the moment. So we are going to end the stream now, but before we do, let's go over one more time the big announcement. So, do an old blunderbuss. Real, but it won't annoy you because it looks so comical. I mean, that's a point. Not a blunderbuss, but talking about COD Zombies, Mob of the Dead gave us the Blunder Gat. That's a banger of a weapon. I can make that into the Acid Gat. And, oh my god. The thing is, Zazi Zombies also made that, but if I was going to make a blunderbuss, I'd rather make the Blunder Gat. Oh, yeah. That's wicked. Not a bad suggestion, but I think I'm going to stick to the Tesla rifle because I mean, there's enough factors for there with that particular item where it could work for me. So, yeah. So just before we sign off, once again, thank you everyone so much for tuning in and watching the live streams. The big announcement was, of course, the Patreon page. There is a link in the description. And Sam Brown, you have just arrived at the very end of the live stream. So first of all, thank you so much for tuning in. Secondly, Paige with the Nuke launcher. Too big. Too big. Sam, don't worry, it's okay though, because you're here just in time for me to go over the announcement one more time. So, of course, the new announcement, as you can see in the title of the live stream, is I have launched a Patreon page. The purpose of the Patreon page is that I want to continue to do more stuff in the LEGO hobby. But with my life taking a different turn, funds are having to be prioritized elsewhere. So yes, I can still buy parts to be able to make things. I'm scrapping past models to be able to make new ones, but it is still an expensive hobby. The Patreon page is set up so there's only one tier, and it is £3 a month. If you want to support me in a more personal way, then consider joining. There are perks to be able to do so. If you feel you don't want to, then that is a-okay, because nobody is obligated to join in the first place. So, that is the main idea. The primary objective with the Patreon page is all the money I am able to make from Patreon will be put towards LEGO mods. That money will be used for Bricklink orders, going to the LEGO store to get sets for the parts, maybe even buying a set to be able to do a review. You know, who knows? There's a lot of possibilities with this. So, yeah. I completely missed your last few streams, and I've basically missed this one too. That's okay, though. I mean, time zones, you mean you have your own life. If you're not able to make it, then I suppose it is a bit of a shame. Before we go, who wants an update on the nerf tag? Yeah, give us an update. Go on. You're here just in time for it. We are all pending the update of the Nerf tank. I love how that's it's the Nerf tank. Yes, it's technically in a car, but nah, it's a tank. It's a tank. You know what? That's also a thing I was looking at a few days ago. This is solely for the purpose of looking. Nerf Vulcan on eBay. The Vulcan, oh, it was such a good blaster. The Vulcan was the coolest blaster. It really was. List view. Okay. Those are not Vulcans. I don't understand how the tripod is being sold separately. Why are people buying the tripod on its own? That should not work. Another belt holder. There's a Hyperfires, not Vulcans. There's a belt for 20 quid. Jesus, just one belt costs you 20. The Vulcan with the belt, the holder, and the tripod for 22. Collection in person. Where are you based? Probably somewhere too far away. Fair enough. There's another one for 18. Okay, well, it's probably postage cost, yeah. Yeah, there's actually there's much less than I remember. Too many hyper. Why is there so many Hyperfires here? Oh, but the Vulcan. What a blaster. What an absolute blaster. I would love to see Nerf do another belt-fed blaster in the future. Again, I'm not going to buy one because I'm not in the hobby anymore. With a bit of junkery and hacking stuff together, we've completely finished the electrical system. Ooh, we've pinpointed why it keeps slipping out of four-wheel drive, but we haven't fixed it yet. It's also based on SXS. Not a car. Tank. Oh, yes. Very cool stuff. So glad to see it. Right, I am going to push for the end now. So thank you for the update, but I am going to end the stream here. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. It has been a joy, as always, to... yeah, side by side. Yeah. I promise I do know what that one means. I have been learning, not so much... Well, yeah, learning a few car things. I've been making all these speed champion-style cars. And all the street racers, that's what I'm trying to say. But yes, I used to be a petrol head back in the day. I was absolutely mad for cars, but as the years went on, I didn't bother to learn how to drive. So years went by where I just got out of it. But yeah, I'm getting back into it. A 2-row, 5-seat John, the heart's in the way. John Deere Gator to be exact. Cool, 5-seater. That's 5. Well, I was going to say 5 fighters, but that's technically 4 because one of them needs to drive. Cool, very cool. Find a way to show us pictures when you complete it, when it's 100% complete. So thank you everyone so much for watching. It has been a pleasure as always to do these live streams. The next video to come out will be a YouTube short to go over the Patreon page being launched. After that, I am going to be doing a review of the Brick Street Customs Garage that I have made as part of the Streets Racers Season 2. And all the way through July will be Street Racer Character Profiles Season 2, one profile every day of the month. With the 31st of July, there is a 31st in July, isn't there? Yeah, okay, good. So from the 1st to the 30th are all character profiles. On the 31st of July, we are getting the ending to the series. On June 30th, which is the day before the last day of the month, on the 30th, we will be getting the season intro. So there is a lot of story stuff with the Street Racer series. If you haven't seen season 1, I strongly recommend watching it because it is some of my finest work on YouTube. It really is. I'm so proud of that series. And was it October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June. So 8 months later, or 9 months if you want to count July, we finally have season 2. So yes, it is very exciting to get that out, and I really hope everyone watches it and enjoys. So thanks for watching, everyone. I shall see you all in the next video. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.